Hey, it's Clay, and I want to go over step number one beginner day traders need to make if you want to have success. And the good news here is that this is super easy to do, but it's so powerful. To give a little background here, I've been helping traders, guiding traders, coaching traders, mentoring traders, whatever you want to call it, since 2013. So, a point here being that I bring that up because I've seen a lot of stuff. And not necessarily just from students of my program, but just through interacting on YouTube. If you're not familiar, I do reply to all YouTube comments that are left, and I've been doing it for years, again, since 2013. And I like to do that, one reason, just because it keeps me kind of in the loop. It keeps me understanding what people are doing, what people are saying, what people are thinking is maybe good or bad. And one thing that I see and have seen and continue to see is this one common mistake. And I will say that if you are making this mistake, if you're thinking about maybe doing this, which is a mistake, I don't blame you. In fact, I would probably argue it's a good sign of your ambition levels. It's a good sign of your desire, of your willingness to take on a challenge, because that's what it is. It's a sign of somebody just saying, let's go, let's get it done, let's be ambitious. The problem is, the markets are savage, the markets are cruel, and they love to take ambition and then twist it around and use it against the ambitious person. And that's what is happening here. And it's just, all it's going to do is set you up for headaches and the feeling of being overwhelmed. And as traders, especially when you're a beginner, you don't want to be feeling overwhelmed. Overwhelming, that feeling of overwhelmness is never going to lead to confidence. And if you're not going to have confidence, you're never going to have clarity of anything. And if you're never going to have confidence and clarity, you're just never going to actually get to being a consistent trader and making consistent money. So now, before I get to this step, which again, when you see it, you're going to be like, did I really just watch a video for this? But that's truly how simple it is. So I want to be upfront that if you are expecting some sort of mind-blowing, crazy suggestion, that's not what it's going to be. But again, a couple little clicks of your mouse is going to put you in such a better spot as a beginner day trader. So the premise here, and just again, this is just to set things up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but as you see here on the screen, really in anything in life, the more time, so let me just draw this up, but the more time you have on your hands available to you, the amount of right? The amount that you can actually think about whatever something is, you have more of, right? So if you have 15 minutes of time, well, that gives you more amount to actually think about whatever that, situation may be. Whereas, if you are right here, well, then when you correspond that over here, yeah, you don't have very much amount of think. But if you come over here and give yourself more time and then you match that up, well, then, again, not to insult your intelligence, but you can see here that you have a whole lot more of amount of think that you can work with. So that's the idea here is, as a beginner day trader, let's give ourselves a lot of time. Let's give ourselves a lot of time to be able to think, right? The more amount of time you have to actually think things through, the better you can think those things through. And when it comes to trading, those things we are thinking through, no drama, is either going to make you money or lose you money. I mean, I'm not sure there's anything more dire than that is, okay, this decision, this thought process that I'm having, and again, because it's trading, you need to make this thought process, you need to, have these decisions within a certain amount of time, but that time is going to either take money out of your wallet or out of your purse or out of your satchel, I don't know what you're wearing, or it's going to actually put money into it. So that's the whole idea is let's just give ourselves time to think. Now, I'm using a certain broker and platform here, but this is not just, platform specific or anything like this. This can be used to any platform, but I'm also going to address it right now because I know there's going to be questions, and it's a good question. Hey, Clay, I like that setup. I like these charts. Who are you using? This is Webull in their trading platform here. I'll put a link down below. And yes, that's affiliate link. So if you click on it, I will get something. But they always give people stuff too. They're always giving away free stocks and stuff like that for signing up. So if you're a beginner to the point of you're still looking for a broker, or maybe you just like these charts and like this setup more than your current broker, then yes, I'm using Webull. And like I said, I'll put that link down below. Affiliate link. So if you don't want me to get anything, that's fine. But I want to be very upfront about that. But if you want to get some free stocks and whatever kind of promotions they're currently running, then yeah, just click on that link. But the thing that happens, the thing that gets those ambitious people, those ambitious traders in trouble is they come down here and they click on that. And it's hard to see, but that says 1M, as in 1 minute. And what does 1 minute mean when it comes to trading? Well, 1 minute means that each one of these, as they're known as candlesticks, it only takes 1 minute to form. So when you have a bunch of these things forming, a bunch can form in very small amounts of time. The 1 minute time frame, to use trading jargon, is very intense. It is very mentally taxing. You need to be able to be on your A game because the quote unquote amount of think you have is just so low. You have a very little amount of think before you need to start making decisions, before you need to actually take action. And like I said, not to reiterate, but just to drive home the importance is, as traders, this is not something where if you're practicing basketball and okay, well, that was a bad decision, but okay, I missed. Okay, but here, bad decisions can lead to losses of money. And it's very easy to make a bad decision, right? If you don't give yourself enough amount of think. And I realize that everybody wants to be day traders, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a day trader, but it's throwing yourselves into way too intensive situations too soon. That's what I see happen way too often. It's a very common mistake because, again, it comes from ambition. But if you are new, just getting started, and this includes even if you've taken one of my classes and one of my courses or somebody else's courses. I mean, I'm not trying to say that my courses somehow make this all magically disappear. I'm saying this for anybody. But people, they want to get started and they pull up the 1 minute time frame and then they start to try to, trade from there, which is another way of saying, well, they're trying to make decisions with very, very small amount of think. But the first thing that you need to do, step one, and it's easy, is you need to find what's called the 5 minute time frame. And on Webull here, it's right next door to the 1 minute, so the 1M, and right there, click on the 5M. And I want you to do it. That's the step. Click on the 5 minute time frame. That's it. I said it was going to be anticlimactic, but that is it. But think about what that's now doing. So if you're, depending on how new you are, each one of these candlesticks, instead of representing 1 minute, which is what we were just looking at, now one of those represents 5 minutes. So we have just increased our amount of think by hundreds of percents, right? I mean, going that one little click has given you hundreds of percents more amount of think. And that way you can kind of just relax and have a little bit easier of a time to see what's going on and to make decisions. At some point, I want you to go down to the 1 minute time frame, the 2 minute time frame. You'll get there. All I'm saying is that when you're a beginner, step one, just get off the 1 minute time frame. It's going to chop you to pieces. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're not going to have confidence, and it's not going to get you to where you want to go. But by going to that 5 minute time frame, I'm not saying you have to stay there for the rest of your trading career. Who knows? Maybe you love it. Maybe that's like your golden goose, and that would be great. But it's too easy to destroy confidence. It's too easy to kind of lie to yourself and saying, geez, I'm just not cut out to be a trader. Geez, I'm just not working hard enough. Geez, this is just too difficult. Oh yeah? Well, what time frame are you using? Well, the 1 minute. Well, no wonder why you're self-doubting yourself, because you're not giving yourself enough amount of think, right? You're just get to the 5 minute time frame. And then from there, once you can really master, once you can really build confidence on the 5 minute, then fine. Go down to the 1 minute, go down to the 2 minute, start to experiment at those lower levels. But to just immediately go and make step one, let's get on the 1 minute time frame and let's start going. It's not a good situation. So if there's one little simple click of the mouse you can do, is open up your platform, find your charts, and make sure that the lowest time frame that you are watching is that 5 minute. Click the 5 minute, and you're going to just by default, start to give yourself more amount of think. And the more amount of think you have, the better decisions you can make. And the better decisions you can make, the more confidence you're going to have. And the more confidence you can have, the more clarity you're going to have. And when you have that confidence and clarity, then you can start to really ramp things up into terms of other different areas of the strategy, which again, could very well include the 1 minute time frame. It may not, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything magical about the 1 minute. I'm just saying that way too many traders throw themselves into the 1 minute or the 2 minute time frame when they're beginners, and then everything's moving too fast, and they don't have enough amount of think, and then it just creates unnecessary headaches and destroys confidence when that confidence just doesn't need to be destroyed at that point at all, because it's just not the place that you want to be. So yeah, if there's one little thing, step one that I would say for all beginner day traders is get off the 1 minute, get onto the 5 minute. So hopefully this helps. I get it, super simplistic, but sometimes I found out to be the case. The simple things are the things that actually make the most difference. So yeah, I'd encourage you to give it a try if you are struggling and you're saying, well, yeah, I am struggling and I've been using the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, you're not alone. You're ambitious. I get it. I applaud you for that. I respect you for that. But just get to the 5 minute. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then a couple things real quick. If you want me to make videos like this, then a quick, easy way to communicate that to me, hit that like button, leave a comment below. Even if it's just a thumbs up emoji, something as simple as that will communicate to me that it is worth my time to do these types of videos. And then also check out the channel as a whole. There's a good variety of videos, and you'll see there's live trade videos. There's all sorts of other little quick tip videos, but good variety. So hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, get out there. Get off the 1 minute time frame, get onto the 5 minute time frame, and you'll notice that things will slow down a whole lot more and you'll be able to build up that confidence. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.